Hi, and welcome back to another fake true stories of landscape. So today, I was weed eating at the city hall, and as I got too close to a bush, I heard something move and shudder inside, and I kind of just took a step back, but it was too late. A giant 30-foot long, and it must have been a couple feet thick anaconda attacked me, and I kind of moved out of its way, but it hit me with the tail, or whatever the end of it is, I'm assuming it's a tail, and slammed me into the ground. And I was so shocked, and I looked up at it, and I tried to move away from it as tears were running down my face, and a wet spot was starting to form around my pants. I tried to get up, and I just couldn't. I felt like all my wind had been taken out, and then I just heard this boom, 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 and I looked up just in time as Dalton Shetso, all 7'8" of him, took his massive leg and launched that snake way off into the, I guess the stratosphere, because that thing went sailing up in the air. And I looked up and I said, "Dalton, what was that about?" And Dalton looked and said, "Ain't fishing." And he was angry. He didn't like snakes. And then the bush shuddered again, and 3 more launched itself at Dalton, and he took them all down in one swipe. And then I kind of got up and I looked around, and Eddie was in combat. All 6'5" and 285 pounds of that superhero Eddie Osborne was doing combat with his bees at a bush to my direct eye position off to the right. Both Kyle and Ryan Owen, 6'2" and 6'3", were doing combat with. It looked like a whole nest of these snakes were just attacking them, and all I heard was like it sounded like a chain gun, the way Ryan was emptying out his clips into the snakes, and it looked like a tornado of blades where Kyle was attacking the snakes, and I tried to get up again, and Dalton kind of helped me up, but then just this huge amount of snakes was just hurling out of these bushes. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And one of them hit me again, and it sent me close off to Kyle, and Kyle got knocked backwards, and he just kind of shook himself, and I was like, "Kyle, are you okay?" And he said, "Man, this ain't good." And it's like, "Oh, are you hurt?" I said. He said, "No, there's no women." I said, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, they're scaring off all the women." I said, "What? But this is way more important. We're fighting, we're in the middle of a fight. Don't you worry about this?" Like, "No, I'm always worried about the women, though." I said, "Okay." And he just launched himself back into battle. And, I mean, they were doing all right. But then I heard this, "That's enough." And I turned around, and there he was. All 6'3" of our boss, John Davis. And he always carried around, this Auburn helmet. I always thought just because he was a Auburn fan, a fan of the football team. And he looked around, and all the other guys just kind of nodded at him. And they took a step back. And I said, "What? What is going on?" And he's like, "I got this." And he put the helmet on. And he immediately transformed into a 30-foot blue and orange tiger with, I guess, eagle wings. Because that's what it looked like. And he just screeched. And all of these snakes immediately turned their direction to him, like their gaze, like boom, and they all focused in on him, and they all came at him, and the fight must have been over in just a couple of seconds. I mean, because he took his massive claws and ripped them to pieces, and I just sat there. I was stunned. I couldn't believe what was going on, and the other guys just kind of came over and picked me up and said, "You okay?" And I was like, "No, what is going on?" And then, John, after he got done defeating all the snakes, came over too. He said, "You're not ready." I said, "Ready for what?" And Eddie and John had this conversation, and Ryan handed me this little sticker with this red star on it. I said, "What does this mean?" He said, "There's a lot more coming." And I said, "A lot more what?" He said, "A lot more danger. But you'll have to find out next time. Tomorrow, you guys. You guys have a great day. Like, share, and subscribe. And tomorrow night, I'll have another one of these wacky adventures for you. Be happy. Like, share, and subscribe also to Russian Girl. Bye.